all the platforms that I have, Instagram being one of them, so I'm not sure how it works, how it integrates with Instagram. Up IG, pray all is well, just here in the office. Every Saturday I come up here and do a little real estate, study Forex, watch a little TV, get on a couple of calls, Zoom calls, conference calls. So Saturday is the day that we do our thing, tie up some loose ends from the previous week. Okay, let's see here. Let me, I think we are live on the other platforms. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Trying to get everything set up here. Brothers and sisters, haven't been on in a while. Just wanted to come on. You see, I'm watching a little fishing in the background. Something I love to do, but haven't done here recently in the last remove from stream. Okay, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what we can do about these other streams that's not showing up. Streaming on YouTube and Facebook, but not on Instagram and X. Okay, got to reauthorize on X. We'll do that later. Reauthorize on YouTube. Okay, I don't know. We'll have to do that later, sisters. I don't want to do that. Turn that down some. Okay, if you're there, come on. Let's talk. Haven't been in a minute. I've been doing a live stream the second and fourth Sunday of every month on Closing the Gap, a broadcast network there on YouTube. So check me out second and fourth Sunday at 6 p.m. with my brother, your courage coach, Brother Asad Muhammad. He and I go way, way, way back. So we just bringing you the goods. We're bringing you the nuggets, the keys, bringing black folks what we need, brothers and sisters. There's a gap. There's a gap. I believe there's a gap. I know there's a gap that has to be filled for us. And for the majority of us are more black people, black Americans, if you will, so-called American Negro, to take advantage of America, the opportunity of America, to learn, as I say in my book, the money game, so black people can win and dominate as I pull it out. As I say in my book, right? Stop playing checkers and learn how to play chess. Those that know the money game and they play it to win and dominate, they know it's a chess game. And when they see people that's playing checkers or have their checker pieces on a chessboard, they know they're clueless. They know they're clueless. And we're clueless, brothers and sisters, because once we, the majority of us, the right ones of us, learn how to play chess on the chessboard of money, and as the young people say, it's a wrap. That's a wrap, bro. That's a wrap, baby. They won't be able to play us anymore when it comes to politics, education, culture, entertainment, you name it. All the social categories. Once we learn that it's a chess game out here and not checkers, especially when it comes to money, that's the most important thing, not to you, not to me, not to those of us who accept being spiritual beings and make that a priority. But even in that, money is very, very, very important. And for those that don't make that conscious decision of being spiritual like that, that money is number one for them, and you're playing on the same chessboards, I should say, as those individuals. So we need to be aware of them, how they play, but most importantly, understand that we're playing chess, not checkers. All right. So we'll figure out the technical aspects of this one. What is this? One stream. as far as getting the other Facebook added, and definitely IG. Because as we know, IG is a very, very powerful platform. Brothers and sisters, you see on the bottom of the screen there on Facebook and YouTube, you see you can get 2 free gifts by going to themoneygamebook.com. Get 2 free gifts just by giving me your name and email address, so we can stay connected, be connected, stay connected. And then on the second page, you'll get the download and you'll get the link to get the book. All right. So, brothers and sisters, some exciting times, right? The Bible says a great and dreadful day unto the Lord. We should be very aware of our environment. That's what consciousness means, to be aware of your environment. Not in one area and unconscious in other areas, but we have to be conscious in the most important areas of our lives, right? Even though you may not participate in national politics, right? It doesn't mean we need to be ignorant to what's going on, to the environment, the atmosphere, the tone, the attitude, so we can kind of see and think for ourselves, create our own narrative. See, when you're winning and playing to win and dominate in any area of your life, you don't let anybody spoon feed you. Hey, Courage Coach, I see you, brother. Assalamu alaikum. You don't let people spoon feed you a narrative. You can agree with a person's narrative, but it's from your own delineation. It's from your own due diligence. It's from your own intelligence and faculty to reason. So you can explain why do you agree with that narrative, or why you don't agree with that narrative, or why your narrative is different. But it's not to repeat what someone says. It's for you to come up with your own narrative, for you to come up with your own conclusion, right? For we can take both sides. You can't play sports, a team sport, have an opponent, and you don't know what's going on your opponent's side. You only know when you show up to play the game. But if they're intelligent, they're going to peep you out before the game to the best of their ability. So when they get on the field, when they start playing the game against you as your opponent, some say enemy, then you won't be as surprised. You won't be caught. Nutrients for yourself and move accordingly, right? Absolutely. So you won't be caught off guard. Because you can be the best at what you're doing, but if you're caught off guard, that immediately puts you at a disadvantage. Let me see, what is this on my screen? More options, virtual background, no. Remove from stream. I don't want to cancel that stream by pressing something I don't have any business. But brothers and sisters, yeah, I just want to come on, right? Because there's a lot of noise out there. So I might as well add my 2 cents. I'm not going to get into politics per se, but I would say it's very interesting. I would say you need to pray to God, Allah, Master Father Muhammad, Yahweh, whomever, a higher being, whatever your thing is. Too often we get caught up in the weeds. Whatever your higher power is, ask him or her for the spirit, the mind of discernment. Because somewhere in the lie is the truth. But you can't find it if you don't have the spirit, the discerning eye, the third eye. Right? You don't have it. So that's what we need more. And someone that can help us to take the covering, the veil off of our eye, off of our third eye. So we can say, you know what? That's interesting. Because it's just very interesting as I watch and I listen. And I have my commentary, my narratives. I share that with my friends, right? And those personally, not for public consumption. But it's very interesting, brothers and sisters, and we have to be very mindful. And it's now, as you will see in this political environment as it pertains to Black people and where Black people stand pertaining to the presidential election coming up, is very, very interesting. The position that a lot of Black people are taking. It's very interesting, the position that a few or several pastors are taking. Very, very, very interesting, brothers and sisters. As a weatherman watched the weather throughout the country to see if it's coming their way, so they can let their listening audience know that a storm is coming, tornado is coming, hurricane is coming. Right? We need the same thing. We have to do the same thing. We have to do the same thing. Sticking our heads in the sand only leaves your behind exposed. Right? So I've been watching. It's very, very interesting the position that Black people are taking. Right? They're not going for the Kool-Aid. And I say it like this: the Kool-Aid. There's so much sugar in this Kool-Aid that's out there in that political environment for us. They call it gaslighting. But I say Kool-Aid. The Kool-Aid has so much sugar in it. If you drink it, you become a diabetical. That's how much sugar is in the Kool-Aid that they're selling Black people. So know what you do. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. You can see the Kool-Aid. You can see it on the shelf. You don't eat meat. You go to the grocery store. You see it. But you don't put it in your basket. You see the alcohol, the beer, cigarettes. You don't put that in your basket. Right? So it's very interesting, brothers and sisters. So just be careful. Be mindful. Be intelligent. Right? Think for yourself. Right? They both candidates are going after the independent voters and the undecided voters. Those voters not going to get caught up. They're not drinking the Kool-Aid. There's a reason why they're independent voters. Independent voters mean they think independently. They're not wed to either party. None of the parties. They're independent. They're registered independent voters. You call that a hint. Call that a hint. So you have to watch the environment, brothers, because as we always said, and we believe to be the fact, Black folks the last hired, first fired. America catch a cold, Black people catch pneumonia. See, so if you Black in America, especially if you're a Black American, so-called American Negro, it's something special and different for us. We have to just accept the fact it is what it is. Can't change the history. You can distort it. You can misperceive it. But it is what it is. And as I say on the back of my book, get this book, brothers and sisters, not because it's me. Right? Not because it's my book. But I say on the back of the book, we should be like the Jewish people. Right? Who have taken their unique experience of the Holocaust and used that suffering, that tragic experience, and use it as fuel, to use it as power, and to use it for good, where applicable. And we have the most unique experience in the annals of history known to man, and that's the slave trade, slave experience. So if the Jewish people can take their unique suffering and use it as fuel, use it to expand and grow, even though they're this big, 2, 3, 4% of the population. Shift that energy off of hating and focusing on the problem. And brothers said, let's do what they've done. Use them as a blueprint. God has allowed them to do what they do, I believe, as a blueprint for you and I. It's easy to do something. It's easy to bake a cake when you got a recipe than trying to figure out the ingredients and the measurements of the ingredients and when to mix it and when not to on your own. But we can't do that if we caught up if we drinking the Kool-Aid. Drinking the Kool-Aid. And that Kool-Aid that they selling us right now, brothers, so they have so much corn syrup, so much sweetness, so much sugar. I wouldn't even call it Kool-Aid. As the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said about coffee, add the cream and the sugar to the coffee, not the coffee to the cream and sugar. So I believe they didn't add the Kool-Aid to the sugar and not the sugar to the Kool-Aid. So I'm excited because I can see things as they are, because I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid, because I follow a divinely guided man in the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Make no bones about it. Got the receipts. You just got to go and look. And we'll help you with that. We'll help you with that. Especially for our subscribers who get on that list, the Money Game list, the moneygamebook.com list. Just like we understand in chess. The planning is not done per se in the open, in the public. The chess player is not openly speaking his thoughts as he plays the game of chess. Doesn't make it known to the public, to his opponent, to his enemy. It's done in the private of his mind. So what about you? What about me? We gonna keep on wearing our feelings on our sleeves and be so quick to come out and tell people? That's checkers when we do that. And to the extent that we do that, it is chess when we don't. All right, so we've been on for about 20 minutes. I can go on and on and on and on. But just be observant, brothers and sisters, and reach out to me. It's time to connect. If you're into networking with people, you got socially, you got professionally, and you got familiar, your family. Those should be the 3 pockets, and religiously 4 pockets of your network. I'm doing this, and we're going to talk about this more, the Courage Coach and I, on Sunday, next Sunday, on our show, the Money Game Live. The Money Game Live. Next Sunday on Closing the Gap broadcast, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We touch on stuff. Remember, commercials and shows and it's certain things are just to touch, to pique your curiosity, to reach out and see if you're one of the individuals that should take the next step. See, that's what it's all about. Take the next step, to go a little further before you make the wholehearted commitment, before you're 10 toes down. But just have your head on the swivel, as we say, and just watch. And ask yourself questions before you ask other people questions. Answer yourself before you ask other people. Then they give you an answer that sounds good and you just take it hook, line, and sinker. Come up with your own answers. Why do you think certain things are happening the way they're happening? Why you think they're attacking by Trump? Why do you think they're attacking Kamala like they are? Why? Come up with your own answer first. Remember, independent. Independence is what black people need more than anything else. It's freedom/independence. Okay? It's hard to be independent if you're not free to become independent. Freedom comes first, then independence. Just think about it. So you got to think about these things. What's the difference? It's the same. Well, no, it's not the same. I haven't really thought about it to try to understand what each word means. And you can always go to the dictionary, but then that's limited in some cases. Because words, the uses of words evolve as people evolve, and the use of the word evolve. Black people know that more than anybody else in the world, I would say, right? We have our own vernacular, our own language, our own meaning of words, right? How we express words. Okay? So, brothers and sisters, go to that website, themoneygamebook.com. Come on now. Get out the stands. Come on now. When this thing goes down in November, you count down to November like they're counting down to November. Because it's about to go down. It's about to go down. All right? So with that being said, brothers and sisters, as I always say, I'm not going to see you. I'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you're going to be up there with us, with me. We're going to be up there together because you, your family, but most importantly, our black community deserves your very best. And we'll try to come on here on a regular basis just to get out here, just to have fun. It's called social media. So we'll just become more social on this media. All right, hit me up, brothers and sisters. You see the website there, IG, themoneygamebook.com. Get 2 free gifts. Buy the book, because we're going to have some private Zooms to talk about the book, what's in the book, and just play chess. Have some intelligent dialogue, because there's a lot in this 201-page book, concepts, idea, and they're definitely going to challenge the way we all think. All right? Till next time, brothers and sisters, I'm out. Peace. Ba, 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 ba. We out.